Hi, so in this lesson we're dealing with dynamics. Now that we've kind of gone through playing a couple of songs, we've gone through Shotgun by George Ezra, we've gone through Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. And it's one thing kind of playing chords or playing like lead notes, melody lines and all that sort of thing. But another big part of music in general, ukulele playing and music in general, is dynamics. Now, if you don't know what dynamics are within music, it's essentially the difference between having loud parts and quiet parts. So, if you play a note quietly compared to playing it loudly, and there we go, and that it goes a long way to making a song more interesting, more exciting, especially songs such as the ones we've done, where you've got the same chords running right the way through the song. The way of making a song like that interesting is to vary the dynamics, and so to have loud bits, quiet bits, and so on. And very often an intro will be quieter, and then as you come into the main verse, you go up a little bit, and then you get to the chorus, and it goes even louder, and then you'll drop it down a bit, and it makes a huge difference. So I'm going to show you what I mean just by playing the beginning of Shotgun by George Ezra. So I'll start off quietly on the intro, and then as we go into the pre-chorus, it goes up a little bit, and then into the chorus, it goes up a bit more. And, generally, when you're playing, you're kind of playing sort of medium strength strumming. So you kind of be going like that. And if you're doing quietly, you're going to be going. Then very occasionally, often sort of maybe a crescendo in a song or the end of the song, you're hitting the strings really hard. You're usually not really hitting the strings really hard because it actually pulls things out of tune. It doesn't sound quite as good, but occasionally you will be strumming kind of like this. This is going to be a bit too hard just to accentuate it, but kind of going. So just occasionally you'll be hitting chords really hard, but I'll just run through a little bit of it and then I'll explain exactly what I'm doing. So, homegrown alligator, see you later, gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sun and change in the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar, I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green, stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of, if you need me, you know where I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. Whoa, be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. South of the equator, navigator, gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. So you see what I mean? I'll leave it there. So you bring it up, you start off quiet, and then when the vocals come in, you go a little bit louder, and then when you get to the verse, you go a little bit louder, and then you drop it back down a little bit when you get to verse 2. Now I'll do that as an example. I'll just strum bits. So what I'll do is I'll do, as if I'm doing the intro, I'll strum it quietly, and then as if I'm playing the verse, I'll come in a little bit louder, and then as if I'm doing the chorus, I'll come in a little bit louder still, just so you can hear it without the singing. There we go, and there are a couple of different ways you can achieve getting these differences in volume. So one way is literally just strumming more gently, or as you might have seen when I was singing it through, I was playing the intro chords with my thumb, just So playing with your thumb, because it's a bit softer than playing with your fingernail or with a pick. So if you're playing with a pick, I'll show you, you get a louder sound. Generally you get a bit more attack to the sound. So I'll show you the difference between strumming with thumb, with back of the finger, and then with a pick. So with the thumb, just doing an F chord here, so you go back of the finger, and then with a pick, you see, so I was strumming the same, I was doing it just as hard each time. You see there's a difference. Or the other way of doing it, if you're just strumming with your finger or with a pick or whatever, is just to strum a bit more lightly. So you can... You see, and now it seems like dynamics, it seems like quite a simple idea, it's quite a simple concept, but it's extremely important in music, and it's a little bit harder to pull off than you might think. So it's a really good thing to practice. So just practice strumming through chords, practice strumming harder, softer, and that's dynamics. It's a huge, huge part of music. There we go.